get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Short dark hair with those eyes so bright. They look into my soul and it sparks my life. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? Back to when we felt like this was forever. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? You're all I need. Can I take you there? Always falling for the wrong guy. They keep telling me it's alright. How could I be so blind? I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Short dark hair with those eyes so bright. They look into my soul and it sparks my life. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? Back to when we felt like this was forever. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? You're all I need. Can I take you there? Can I take you there?
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. 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 Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no one to ride to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna be my friend. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. 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 Look, if you don't
Very good. Yeah. Hello. Magandang hapon. Are we live on streaming? We are live and streaming. Welcome to other TV Live. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to UX Philippines, exploring the future of design. And today we have a bunch. We are going to talk about future design. But before we do that, we have a couple of people we would like to thank and have them speak in front first. First, we have our you notice the nice venue that we have. It's so nice, you know. This venue is Enderon, and to speak about Enderon and their what they offer, we have Miss Hannah. Round of applause for Hannah, please.
Actually, you just please call me Hannah. No need for this. Nothing formal here. Let's just
Madam.
please.
Lord.
Let's just please be casual. I'm also just here to just say hello and welcome to Enderon Co-working Estancia. And I'm not sure if it's also the first time that you guys are here, but please feel free to have a look and look around later. And just to also introduce myself, I am Hannah from Enderon Extension. I am the account manager for the professional certification programs of Enderon colleges. So for this afternoon, I just have a quick 1 minute video that we will just quickly share with you so that you can also learn the program that we are offering, which is called the Professional Diploma in UX Design.
How do I start a career in UX? We strongly believe that people deserve to have meaningful and rewarding careers. That is why the UX Design Institute exists, and that is the role that we are trying to play in the technology industry. We are trying to become the global leader, not just in UX education, but also in certification and the qualifications and the confidence to start our careers in UX.
Always be ready and willing to learn. User experience is constantly evolving, growing, and you should really do the same.
Our goal with this course is obviously to help you guys get qualified, but make sure that from day one you're ready to go, you're ready to actually work in the industry, and you have the full UX design process, the ability to work on UX projects from start to finish.
Learning from others and learning by doing is absolutely necessary.
All right, that's a very quick 1 minute video just to also share with you that Enderon, apart from our college programs, also offer other lifelong learning avenues. So that's in the form of our certification programs, diploma programs, and one of which, it's just I believe this will be something that's relevant for most of you, if not all. Be it if you're a student, you're a professional who would be looking into upskilling and reskilling, we have the professional diploma in UX design. So to know more about this program, please feel free to speak with me anytime within the evening. I'll also be around, so if you want to know more about it, we can discuss, we can consult. Let's find ways to learn. And now, without further ado, I'd also pass the floor to Benjo, our center manager for Enderon Co-working Essential.
So Hannah, thank you so much. So good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Benjo Mariano. I'm the sales manager here at Enderon Co-working Estancia. So a lot of you may know Enderon, we're really famous for our business in culinary school in Big GC. But then recently, we launched last year the official Enderon Co-working business. So we have two centers, primarily here in Estancia, and we also have one in Bohol. So both centers, although we have similar products and services here, there are some services that you may only avail here at our center. So to talk more, I prepared a short presentation. So Enderon Co-working Estancia, actually we were able to become the venue for the programs that we have at Enderon Extension. So as Hannah mentioned, we have several programs such as certification programs, and other short courses that we have. So I would like to acknowledge the presence of Chef Bobby Liano. So he's also one of our sales managers who is handling our different programs in extension. Next. Okay, so here at Enderon Co-working Estancia, we promote our hot desks and dedicated desks. So specifically, for those who are freelancers, or if those who just want to work outside the office or outside their homes, you may come to us anytime. So we're open daily from Monday up until Sunday, as early as 8 a.m. until the mall closes. So that is for our hot desks. We have different rates for half-day passes and whole-day passes. So you may avail our co-working spaces as well as our internet connectivity. We also have unlimited good coffee for you guys. So definitely you could come in here and work anytime. So these are the spaces that we have for our hot desks. So you may enjoy the lounge, our pantry. For the pantry, we also have different services there. You may use our microwave, yung ref namin, if ever you would like to bring in food and then you would heat it later on. We also have Common Workspace 1 and Common Workspace 2 as our hot desk areas. Next, we also have private offices. So for some of you who might be thinking of starting your own business, we're actually perfect for startup companies. Or if you just want a private office of your own for whatever purpose it may serve you, you may rent with us for long term. So there are certain packages that we have if you would our spaces monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. So these are some sample private offices that we have. So we have rooms that are good for 3, good for 4, good for 5, or good for 8. So for whatever purpose it may also serve you, you may come to us if you have a requirement that would require a bigger space or more rooms to be used. You may consult with us. Next, we also have meeting and conference rooms. So like the picture that we have here, we're actually here at the war room right now. So as you can see, the war room is usually, the layout for the war room is a conference type of setup, but then we're very flexible with our clients. So if you want a setup such as this one for UXPH, you want to have like a seminar type of setup, we could do that also for you. Next, we also have the kitchen studio. So I'm sure as you entered the center earlier, you were able to see some people at the kitchen studio. So our kitchen studio is actually for rent. So sometimes we do our culinary classes there, but then if you would be needing a space for any culinary content that you would like to produce, you may avail of our studio for it. And we also have our own multimedia studio. If you would be needing a space where you could do photo shoots or video shoots, or if you would like to do like podcasts or any type of streaming, you may also avail of our multimedia studio. And that's about it. So if ever you would like a tour of the center, you may approach me, or you may get my contact details. I would also like to present to you our team. So we have Sir Simon Mendoza, he's the center head, followed by me, I'm the sales manager here, and we also have Ms. Pia Pariani as our sales executive. So again, welcome to Enderon Co-working, and we do hope you enjoy your time here. And I turn over the mic to Sir Ellie of UXPH. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So here is the Mary Enderon. Yeah, there you go. Take a picture and say hi to them later. Say hi to Miss Hannah later. Yeah, so next we'll have a recorded video from ADP List. ADP List is also our partner. They actually paid for your food. If you haven't tasted the food yet, make sure to taste the food because they pay for it. They and our sponsor, the Files. They will be sharing something later, but I'll show a video from Felix first. So Felix is actually coming here next month. Let me just remove this. So he's coming here next month, and we'll have another event in March. I think our scheduled target date is March 8th. So make sure, if you are already subscribed to our mailing list, make sure to be part of the mailing list. For those who join this event, we'll just email them, don't worry. Okay, so I'll play this video from Felix.
Over the past 2 years of running ADPs, we've had some incredible moments around the world with our community. Just this year alone, in January, we have ran amazing meetups across the world, including here in Singapore, Hong Kong, even in Chicago, as well as Berlin. Our community is a big reason why ADP is so worldwide, global, and last but not least, a magical place for everyone to learn and share. At ADP, our mission is to build the world's access to the top expert mentors. And these mentors allow us to share knowledge that wasn't available before and now making them open access to the rest of humanity. And that's why we wake up every single day excited to serve our community and build something truly special for all. So this is a quick demo of how AD Playlist works for those of you who have not heard of AD Playlist. Like our AD Playlist, you can select a category that you like, you can click into any mentor's profile that you want to meet them. And unlike LinkedIn, you wouldn't have to send them a cold message. All you have to do is just go to their profile, select a date and time, and immediately book a session with them for a call. And it's completely free. It's like a social network. And this network and this community is made up by the most amazing mentors around the world. Mostly in the US, followed by India, Southeast Asia, UK, and many more. But most importantly, it is made up by employees and employers of amazing companies from Facebook, Uber, Airbnb, Dropbox, and many more. And it is loved by our community worldwide and pretty much quite publicly on Twitter, LinkedIn, and much more. So please tweet about and tag us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter after this meetup today. On the AD Playlist, the past 2 years has been incredibly rewarding for us. We've crossed over 100 million minutes of sessions in over 140 different countries. This is a truly global community, and it just blows my mind every single time we look at this crowd. So, all of you at our Philippines meetup today, thank you for coming. I encourage all of you to join in, please, if you're not already there, either as a member to learn or as a mentor to share your knowledge to the rest of the world. This is the bridge, this is a window that connects you to a bigger and a more magical place in a community. Last but not least, we've got one last surprise for you. AD Playlist will, and personally I also, be in Manila for meetup in March. The details and dates will be finalized, will be official, and I hope to see all of you there. Bring your friends, bring your colleagues, bring your network. I hope to see everyone in Manila in March again. Thank you so much and have the greatest meetup and the greatest evening of today. And I hope to see all of you really, really soon.
All right. Yay! Thank you. We should clap because the sponsor the food. Thanks. Carlos in a Zoom call with us right now. Carlos is works with Felix. And then in a few minutes, our other sponsor is coming in Lotifans. They're also going to share and talk about a bit. But before that, turn it over to actually one of our managing directors, actually of UX Philippines, to briefly say a few words and say hi and chit chat with you first.
Hello, everybody. Quick show of hands. Who here is familiar with AD Playlist already? Have you guys used it for mentor calls and all that? Overall, post-unwing experience. Good. So for those of you who don't know, just to echo what Felix said, so Felix is one of the founders of AD Playlist. He's a good friend of mine, and UXPH and AD Playlist have been partnering on a lot of events and initiatives for a few years now. But for everybody here, whether or not you're just starting your career in design or you're transitioning or whatnot, highly encourage you to go on AD Playlist because you can shop around for mentors. And it's all free. You get their time, you get their advice, and you get to form relationships with them, right? And so myself and Ellie are also mentors there, so you can book time with us and just get some advising. And we have a growing base of Filipino-based mentors as well. So it's pretty good, and you may even find your next job there too. So anyways, so I'm Aldrich. I'm the managing director of UXPH, and of course you guys know Ellie, one of the original founders of UXPH. So hi. I'm super excited because it's been a while since we've done back in the swing of our events, right? So this year. We're, especially Ellie, super energized. We're super excited to bring more events to you guys, more opportunities for everybody. So please be on the lookout for that and make sure you guys invite your other friends, your coworkers, and anybody else who's interested in the world of UX So we have a few exciting things planned for you this year. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to share. But thank you all for coming, and please do enjoy, ask questions, eat the food, take advantage of that, and just talk to the UXPH team over here. We're up here. There's two more guys up front. Yeah, get to know us. And if you're also interested in volunteering for the upcoming year, we're always looking for people who wanna, upskill as well and learn together, and just do different things. So it's super exciting. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Josh.
Hello, hello. I think, sorry, is this, yeah, Yarmin? Hi, yeah, we see you. Hello. Yes, so we have our sponsor today, Tipads. I will put you on the big screen so you can do your introductions and say hi to everyone. And I'll turn it over to, are you good, Yamin, for your presentation if you're going to present something?
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'll put you on the big screen first. Yeah, putting a very big screen. How do I make you full? How do I make you double click? No. Kebab thing. Right. This on his way. So spotlight, like pin. Yeah. There you go. You are now in full screen. Yeah, I mean, so everyone, I'd like to introduce one of our sponsors today for the good food that you're eating today, Yamin and Latifats. Take it away, Yamin. Yeah, we hear you.
Set down the same thing.
Yep. Are you sharing something? Make sure it's projected on screen. There you go. We see it. Enabling modern day motion workflows. Okay. Turning it over to you. I don't hear you though. Are you saying something?
You're muting that one.
Yeah, we don't hear you.
Alright.
And there you go.
Alright, cool guys.
Yeah, we hear you.
Welcome, so glad to be here. All good. Thanks to your speeds and even as you invite me as super excited to be here. And I'm going to do a presentation today on how we're actually making modern day you guys talked about modern day design, so let's get into it. So, before that, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Yami. I do global partnerships and modifiers. Quick background about me. I'm also a part-time designer. I also do part-time motion design as well, but in my day life, like back then, I do global partnerships, marketing for modifiers, but at night time, I'm actually a designer. So just give you a little bit of background about modifiers. So basically, we have a lot of companies like trying to bring motion to the web. Google very Telegram streaming which is using technology to actually connect the digital experience to their products. And of course, if you don't know, the most loved they will actually buy TikTok, X, YouTube, Spotify, and they're actually bringing love and motion to them. So audio is actually to actually discover animations, collaborate text, basically making designers, all stakeholders, to design together to actually bring motion to that. We started off as a concept where designers and developers came together to test animations, and it has grown to this idea of a platform where you can achieve so much more than just animations. So we can also create animations and do much more things. Our mission is very simple. And like we find was we're trying to bring motion to that. Enable anyone and every person to actually bring motion to the web. So that we know that when you add animation to any products or any design, it's so easy to add. It's so beautiful and so easy to user experience. So not flexible bit, but yeah, since we started, we now have solutions from 8,000 plus companies, which is 100,000 from white tabs all the way BBC, Uber, Grab, people are actually using our platform to see how they can bring a little bit of tiny motion back to their products and make it all that good. These are things that we're bringing to the web right now for any product designer out there. If you want to create with your favorite design tools, we actually enable it and making it happen. We start off, of course, with our After Effects. Now, if you want to create on Figma, you can actually create animation within the Figma chat. Actually have a demo for you guys. I think that would be just about that. And of course, that if you don't want to design, we also have a free to use library where you can actually access over 100,000 free animation, of course, over 250,000 plus custom premium animations, which you can just click, add into your design, and start using. And of course, that if you don't want to use the Wi-Fi platform, of course, After Effects, we have the Canva plugin, where Canva not actually supports the live animations. You can actually create single SVG animations on Canva, or you can actually add an animation directly from the Wi-Fi platform to Canva and start with your designs. And the cool thing about Wi-Fi is that we are an ecosystem. So we not only enable you to create animations, we enable you to easily spend animations. If you're like a local designer like me, of course, we have embedded plugins, it's stuff like Framework, Webflow, WordPress, where you can easily just add your animations straight from Wi-Fi.com. And of course, we're going to take a little bit more than that. We have libraries, open source libraries, iOS libraries, and all the integrations where you can actually add one animation. Just to make it easy for you to enable animation. And so the reason why we need to do it is listen, motion works in motion. Motion helps products to kind of the easiest way to understand this is, of course, well, if the duck is scattered, you don't kind of understand what's going on. In fact, we have multiple okay? But then, since the duck is right now walking, it creates this universal language that every single person can understand what's going on. And this is what we love to be part of this journey to enable motion. So, coming to this question, how are we enabling the monitoring motion workflows? So, one thing that we as bodybuilders is to make the motion journey easier. How do you actually create animation? How do you actually collaborate with animation? And how do you actually make it easier for a designer or a developer to actually enable it on the web and identify it? So a case study which I will share with you. So of course, for that, so this is a basic what we focus on. Basically creating this ecosystem where you can create animation, so collaborate on it. And the case study we love to share with you guys is, of course, our last year's biggest challenge was Figma Live, where you can actually create an animation, export an animation, all in Figma. And that's easy as that. So when we started off, I'm not sure if you can raise your hands, but I'm not sure I can see if you can raise your hands, but who here actually used to use Smart Animation, create animations within Figma, screen recording, and wait on they went to that.
Anybody use Figma for animations? Yes. Raise hands.
Yeah, like it's okay, guys. I used to too. I use Smart Animation for recording just to so this here has people who are asking us, is there a way that you can go? Instead of doing that, is there a way that and then release twice? So this is a lot of the animation that we're coming on to the modified platform is actually from Figma. The Smart Animation recorded, but our media to body and of course, which are possible. So we actually started off with Figma saying, why don't we allow us to build something on top of this function, along with already existing plugin where we can actually insert animations without Figma and see where we can actually go to. So just before we do that, this is the reason why product designers love Figma. So right now we actually enable anyone and everyone to actually design and create and ship animations on Figma. When we do that, we actually allow people to do rapid prototyping. We don't need to again get out of Figma. It's very easy. Or you can create your animation, animate your animation, and of course hand it off now. And it's just this easy. So just show a little bit of the product side of it. Then we take it to Figma. And always let me know if my screen is not visible.
Yeah, we're not seeing it yet. There you go. We see it. You hear us?
All right, cool.
Can you zoom in a bit? Yeah, there you go.
Cool. So, if I want to show this, the file. So, right now, if you open the device for us to Figma 30, so what we started off with was talking about how do you actually book any animation from the custom insert it into your prototypes and actually extend put animations with your files. And of course, then you can also access your private files on your space and actually add your private animation to your Figma profile. So what we started off with was how do you actually enable people to create animations within Figma? So the easiest idea to start off is how do you create a simple animation with a single frame? So right now, with Figma 1, you can actually do that. With a single frame, export a button, and then you put animation done within one click for button. Then of course, if you want to do something a little bit exciting, like a trigger path expansion, you can do that as well. One single animation, with trigger path, and then there you go, your Apple thumbprint animation done within. I mean, within 2 minutes, so this with 2 minutes you can actually do that. And then of course we want to take it to another level. How do you actually create a simple animation just with a few frames? This is how we started off with. Basically, I'll actually create it to show you guys how easy it is. So let's say I want to create a simple button animation. There we go. I'll put some blue color. I'm actually feeling a little bit blue today, so I'm going to go with blue. Let's call this confirm. Oh, it's too big. All right, we'll do. This one is 60. All right. There we go. Let's say I want to animate this simple button. So with Figma, the easiest thing is it picks up whatever the weight is based on this button range function. So it picks up based on that. So let's say I wanna when I click confirm, I want this to go a little bit bigger. Say 70, and I want the color to change a little bit. Right. And if so just put in multiple frames, and all you gotta do is just click all those frames. And this is the second thing that we made with Figma 1. So you just click a couple of frames and press export. And of course, if you want to have controls, add smart animate functions to it. Go to smart animate. Is in the you want to make the title a little bit different. Let's call this. I'll call this prototype confirm. So the first phase, of course, you choose the animation that export the value. Next phase, you actually make up a type. And then you can start doing individual controls on every single frame. And how it has worked is, since we start off with those multiple frames, we can do pictures as well. We also have support for the focal views. So you can actually do the animations as well. It supports gradients better than most of our applications. Like gradient animations. And of course, the last thing that we had was with feedback from our communities, how do you actually put it all animations together and actually enable Figma? So what we enabled was also we can actually do multi-gradient support to actually do your animations. So for example, you have a house component here, you have a build component, of course you have a sub-component. So I will actually control that and actually make an animation. So it's pretty simple. To create all three components, you add it to one frame and make it able to control each animation. And there you go. House, you add this up all together and start creating a lot of your amazing stuff. And then of course, our people will take it to the next level. I'm pretty
pretty sure you guys will have heard of DK. So our form of evangelism is actually creating the same machines. Is yeah. So we have to make stuff as complicated as this as well. Alright, the components here. Alright, here we go. And you create this animation as well, but you can also do character animations. Just give it a try, and we would love to see your designs as well. So how do you actually complete the modern version of Figma? Now you can not only create, you can also ship it out. So the old way when people were using life as a Figma was like, so you would have your version, and it will give you a link here, which you can of course give to your and enable it on their product. But anyway, that we don't actually to do that. With Figma, we also have made a plugin for dev mode. It's ready, once it's ready, of course, for dev mode. And there is actually a plugin now. You can click it, and all you gotta do is the split feed animation. And it would automatically give you all the codes you require to actually ship it off to your information happen in your products. So what we're enabling as a production workflow is now anyone is you're actually able to without getting out of Figma, you're actually able to design, you're actually now able to animate, and you're actually able to ship your animations just within Figma. So that you can actually get out of any of the application you're using, just put every single thing into the Figma file and it's easier for you to manage anything you do, just with anything that you are comfortable. If you guys want to check out any free resources, there you go. I'll put this in for a little bit of time. You can just go to this link. There'll be multiple resources. Then you can start with your own state. Right, all right, so just before that, we do have one more thing. Yeah, I kind of want to show you guys out just before we for this out. So we're also trying to Wi-Fi stuff. And on the before that, people used to create animation, they would actually put it into. So we actually created one more product which had without the distributors, which is coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you a future. A future. This is just practice in the air, so the listeners. All we get to is what is y'all get ready. This is for everybody. Our main focus for this year is to actually enable anyone to actually come in, create animations within our platform, actually. So animation, you can actually. So then we want to solve something very simple. As motion designers, we don't all motion designers have some sort of shape or way for them to design. Is so anyone to come in, if they have an idea for motion tool, they can just come in, start the equation. That's a little bit. welcome to right now it's available if you want to test it out. So what we're solving is for motion design, just like I said, really come in and start working on it. I think motion design, full motion design, when you always make sure you put it in the mechanics issue. And where should something you put this? So the first thing that I mean, you can see from my creator is that you have all the and if you want to say, well, anything you want to design, the first thing you can actually do on my creator is actually go to live files here. Access 100,000 plus free animations. Mix up different animations. You don't have to start off from scratch. So let's say I want to create a simple animation. I can access the live files on public library. Put multiple animations in. I want to make it a rocket animation. What's this? Let's put this together, mesh it up, and then you and now let's say I will take a cover. So the cool thing about Live Creator is I'm able to also edit animation. So let's say I want to add some more animation. I want to make it a red color. I can actually take a look, go back and then go back. You can also edit image. Say I'm uh, yes, well, and your animation is based on the right color. So this is a way that we're solving the kind of issue with like can mix up multiple animation. Now let's say you of course you want to create something, you want to create your own animation. So what we also need to do is to add this file. You can add an SVG and just start making. So let's say I want to make a simple icon. So you can actually start, if you make SVG, and you can actually start with your animation. We enable simple things inside Creator. So you can actually and start working on animation and just make it happen with these things. So let's say I want to make a simple so you add that in. And then you can actually add keyframes. So you know, simple animation. So now you have a simple animation this way on the web. And if you want to take it to the next level, of course, we enable you to actually add an ease in, ease out, like in After Effects. So let's say I'm select add this to make it a little bit easier. And you can actually add this within animation as well and just make it happen. And of course, we also allow you to add presets as well. So it's easy for you to put in some pre so you can actually add like so the only difference between and notifications sliders, it will show you exactly how the presets will apply. So you can also learn how different like and start. When I add the fade, this down so that you can also understand exactly how different it is. And of course, like once you're done, the cool thing is that once you're done, we can immediately export it to your platform. information and start immediately using it on your platform. I can switch it to a handoff. Yeah, what is that done? And actually, it enables you to implement it. We can do, yeah, let's go back to the application we're showing for the handoff for people. So let's say if any information comes to you to buy your information, copy paste this. There you go. Animation that added to your product within a few minutes. Just check it out. There you go. So this is really hope you guys will check it out. Right now it's in beta mode. So feel free to go to create.lottiflux.com, try it out and get back to us. Any feedback, we appreciate it. And what we're able to push this is not like a platform. Create a mission, collaborate, and implement it very deeply with these steps. And with it, when we can actually focus on go through the initiative, who always has estimated channels like cover every 7 minutes. So feel free to jump in, business information. And of course, something which is AI assistant just coming to now and the next if you want to look into like how ways that people are using Live Fast, you can go where we have a couple of case studies, or you can check out how people using livefast.com. And if you want feel free to join this link. You can find out any questions feel free to ask. And yeah, take motion, and that's it for my presentation. I'll be guys. Thank you. Let's be just yeah, just ask there any questions. Any questions? Any questions or thoughts? Right. Asian community here. All right. I appreciate you a couple of days. So. Yeah. All right. So thank you very much, Yamin, and thank you, Fresh, also for inviting us in today's session. Thank you very much. All right. For now, we'll go on a bit of a break because we have our food sponsor. Some of you already ate the food, so might as well the rest of the food so that you appreciate the sponsor. Sorry for those who are online. Don't taste the food from our sponsor. That's because you didn't come here. All right, so let's have a 15-minute break. But yeah, this is back around 6:10. We'll just message you. If you can, pantry is there. Just come back after like 20 minutes. We'll call you. Right? Thank you everyone, and make sure to talk to everyone. Talk to everyone there. Right, thanks. We'll be right back. Thank you, Amin. Bye now. Hi, and we're back. Parang TV lang. Hey, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. We're back. So today, tutuloy natin session natin. We'll continue our session. And we have our special guest today. Our special guest is actually Brian. Brian, I'll let you introduce yourself to me parang slides for introductions. And he graced us tonight to talk about, share about his insights in the future, exploring the future of design. So everybody, meet Brian. Round of applause.
Thank you, Ellie, and thank you, UXPH, for inviting me today to share with you what's next for the future of design, at least. Yeah, so to introduce myself, again, I'm Brian Paul Samson, a current associate professor in the Department of Software Technology in De La Salle University, and I wear many hats right now, which is quite common in the academy. So while I am a professor, I also lead my department as chair, and I also lead the Center for Complexity and Emerging Technologies, which is the primary research center in De La Salle University that focuses on human-computer interaction research, which is very much aligned to what you are doing in the industry now, or what you might have learned in your HCI class in your college years. And then, of course, I also wear a hat in the Data Science Institute. Kasi nga, konti lang talaga kami. But anyway, just a brief overview about myself. I specialized in human-computer interaction research when I was doing in my PhD in Japan, in the beautiful city of Hakodate. If you are familiar with the movie Kita Kita by Empoy and Alessandro De Rossi, that was the setting of the movie. So, ayun. So yeah, and I do research now on human-computer interaction research, at the same time complex systems research and civic media and technology. And hopefully, my goal is to have impact on the following: mobility and transportation, disaster preparedness, social networks, and online communities. All right, so enough about me, more about us. Well, you, because I'm not technically a practitioner myself. I've been in academia since I graduated, so I couldn't really call myself a practitioner. But yeah, my goal today is to have an earnest discussion with you about what our future will be in the field and what you can transform it to be. Okay, because maybe some of you might be scared of the tools that are coming out nowadays, and you might feel like you won't have jobs in the next 5 or 10 years. Okay, which is understandable. Technology grows and develops really fast these days. All right. So let me begin with this diagram. Are you all familiar with this diagram? Yeah, so if you studied your HCI, which is a CHED mandated course for all CS students, you might have encountered this diagram already. So this is called the double diamond process, okay, for UX design. So it's called the double diamond because the first diamond is all about understanding your users. Okay, so this is more on UX research, and then the second diamond is more on the design itself. Now, once you have a good understanding of your target users and you already defined one or two problems or challenges that they are experiencing and that you would like to address in your design project, you perform the second diamond wherein you come up with multiple ideas and then converge into a few prototypes that you would like to test before you go into development and production. Okay, so yeah, so why am I showing you this? Because my question to you now, sino ba sa inyo yung mga practitioners na ngayon? UX designers na po ngayon? Right. Okay, so marami. And then the rest, are you all still students? Students? Okay, konti lang. And then the rest, what are we? Enthusiasts. UX design enthusiasts, maybe future career shifters. Alright, sige.
So for the future career shifters, you might want to familiarize yourself with this one. Okay, so for those who are practitioners or those who are already starting out in their journeys, my first question to you is how are you integrating AI tools now in your workflow if you are integrating it now? Hindi siya rhetorical question. How are you integrating it now? As a non-practitioner, I'm curious what tools you're using besides Figma. And Figma already released a lot of AI extensions and features, okay, embedded within its software. Besides Figma, do you use other AI or generative AI powered tools? Walang maling sagot. Hindi, wala tayong klase. Alam ko teacher ako, pero wala tayo sa lecture. Okay, wala kayong grades sa dulo nito. Okay lang magkamali. Okay. Meron ba? Meron ba kayong ini-integrate ngayon? Maybe we can learn from you. Yeah? Miro? Okay, so would you like to share a few descriptions about Miro? So Miro is a
So I use Miro for user journeys and all the preliminary studies or research before going on into the design. And also when there's meetings, it's easy to present there, especially when you're working remotely.
May iba pa bang gumagamit ng Miro sa atin? Miro, yes. Miro. Kung student kayo, alam ko may academic access. It's free. Okay, so use your school emails wisely. Okay, sige. So Miro is one. Okay, we also use it in some of our storyboarding sessions. So para siyang whiteboarding na tool. You can use it for many various tasks. Aside from that, meron pa ba tayo ibang ginagamit ng mga AI tools? ChatGPT, hindi ko pa naririnig. May gumagamit ba ng ChatGPT? Yeah, but parang nahihiya kayo. Be proud. Nagbayad ka ng $20 para doon. Tama? Alright. So ChatGPT, I mean, di ba? It has been all the hype for the past 6 or so months. Okay, I don't think dapat pa tayo mahiya if we're using ChatGPT. Baka nga dapat mahiya ka na hindi ka gumagamit ng ChatGPT ngayon. Okay, but we've all had a number of discussions, both positive and negative discussions about what ChatGPT can and can't do, and how you should use ChatGPT for your schoolwork, for your actual work, tama? And how you should incorporate that into your workflow. Alright, so it's nice to hear some of those tools, Miro, ChatGPT, and there are a lot more. And what I would like to share with you today, because I'm an academic, as much as I want to share the tools, baka mas knowledgeable pa kayo about the tools, kasi I don't practice, no? So you might know more about the tools. But what I will share with you tonight, okay, are some papers. Okay? Pero sana hindi kayo mag-bore. Okay? So human-computer interaction research, okay, is slightly different from UX research and design. So UX research and design is focused more on the business goals, product design, actually getting things out there, getting it commercialized, and all of these things. But for human-computer interaction research, what we're more focused on is a more generalizable understanding of how people use technology. Tama, pag social network, we want a generalized idea of how people behave online when they encounter these features, etc. So isipin nyo, para siyang social sciences, but focus more on technology. Okay, so we as CS trained people, we use social science and other methods from ethnography, anthropology, mga ganyan. So we borrow methods from them and then use it to come up with these theories, okay, laws about how people use stuff. Diba? If you've heard of Fitts law, diba? Hicks law, yung mga ganyan. So those are developed by human-computer interaction researchers para for practitioners like you don't always have to run user research all the time. because there are laws already available that you can use as a heuristic, okay, for whatever design you will come up. So the first one that I would like to share with you is so in user research, the first diamond, one of the very costly tasks that we do is conduct surveys or maybe run interview studies or do FGDs, di ba? Matrabaho siya, magastos, kasi sometimes you have to pay whoever you're talking to just so they can participate. Okay, so one of the ideas that they came up when ChatGPT became popular, I don't know if you've heard, is to use ChatGPT as survey respondents. Has anyone heard or read an article about this? Yeah? So may ilan, okay? So that's one of the ideas that came up. ChatGPT, it already learns from text, a billion texts. So maybe it already captures a mental model of the world. Tama? So, I mean, we all know that large language models like ChatGPT, okay, do not really have sentience yet. Okay, they don't really model human brain processes. They don't really think. But what they do is they sample text from the training data. No? Some people would call it parang statistical lang siya, na pinipredict lang niya yung next word based on the previous words that were produced already. That's the easiest way. But, I mean, LLM, ano ba to? Yung mga evangelists would say otherwise. No, hindi lang yan basta statistical. Anyway, so yun. So if we already fed these models with all of the text in the world, we can already assume that it has captured some mental model of the world, our mental models. Di ba yun din naman yung gusto nating ma-capture when we run surveys, when we run interviews, a mental model of how people see things, what they would think when they encounter certain technologies or objects. Tama? So, how can we use that? So that's the first question. How can we survey hard-to-reach population? More so yung mga hard-to-reach populations. Okay, because it's hard to recruit from these populations, di ba? Very challenging. So this paper by Fell, very recent, 2024, okay, still in archive, that's a preprint server, meaning hindi pa ito na-peer review ng ibang scientist, but it's there for feedback and opinions. Okay, so what he did is he tried to do 3 studies of replication. Ang ginawa niya, kumuha siya ng survey results galing sa 3 study. Isa doon, sabi niya. Okay, may survey results siya. Yung survey results, usually may mga tanong, may sagot. Tama? So, ang ginawa niya, tinry niyang i-replicate yung survey results ng 3 study na yun at tinignan niya na-replicate ba ng LLMs yung responses ng mga tao nag-participate sa survey ko. Okay? So, ginawa niya, binigyan niya ng prompt, yung ChatGPT. Okay? So, ginamit niya yung OpenAI na GPT. Okay? Binigyan ng prompt, tinuruan siya na ito yung mga demographic mo, all of these information that will, parang, ito yung klase ng respondents, okay, na meron ka, based on dun sa mga surveys na nagawa na before. Okay? And then ito yung mga tanong, okay, dun sa survey. Tapos tinignan niya ano yung mga sagot. Okay. So, in one of the studies that he replicated, he saw na, so the one on the right, this is the, ito yung results ng actual study. Okay? Tapos ito yung results ng replicated study niya. Now, I won't get into the details of what the study was, but basically may question, tapos may isang sagot lang na binigay yung mga participants ng study. Okay? Now, if you compare the 2 graphs, you can see that parang almost same yung distribution ng sagot. No? So somehow, okay, at some level, na-replicate niya, although not exactly, yung responses ng mga participants dun sa survey. Okay? And one interesting that he shared from this work is, even yung mga unexpected na answers ng mga survey respondents, okay, na-replicate din LLM, nung tinrain niya. Okay? Of course, matrabaho kung kunyari 1,000 respondents yung survey tapos 1,000 na agents din yung ititrain mo, di ba? Minsan matrabaho rin siya, although programmatically, hindi mahirap. Okay? Tinry din niya, paano kung sabihan lang natin si LLM, ito yung demographics ng mga users, ng mga participants ko. Can you predict ano yung magiging yung parang general na response nila? Hindi niya tinanong isa-isa yung agents kung ano yung sagot nila. Ang tinanong lang niya dun sa LLM, can you predict the final distribution of the responses? So, mas malayo yung naging prediction ng LLM kumpara dun sa isa-isa niyang tinanong. No? So, parang kung lahat kayo respondents na sa survey, gumawa siya ng LLM para sa isa sa inyo. Tapos, ang gusto niya patunayan, yung sinagot mo ba, yun din yung sagot ng virtual agent mo, parang gano'n. Nung kapareho mo. Okay. So there is potential. Okay? There is potential. Ay, sorry. But of course, it raises a lot of questions, di ba? We're all here because we want to create what? Human-centered designs and human-centered technologies for people. Okay? Although it has the pros of being cost-effective, na mabilis i-run yung study, di ba? So the question here is, are we still being human-centered? Tama? Are we still being human-centered? So we also have to consider if ever, okay, if ever you plan to do this for your own studies, okay, yeah, use it with a lot of caution, okay? Because these approaches can be used to create fake responses eventually. Tama? And then, pass it as a real survey. Diba? Okay? Kung may gusto ka lang iparating na message, pakita mo yung sagot. Tama? Hindi na kailangan. If this becomes acceptable in the future, in our field, in our industry, diba? That can happen. Okay? Sige. And then of course, yung human-centeredness, okay, although yung gantong approach can also capture yung biases. Diba? Kasi yun din yung isang hinahanap natin from the surveys and the interviews. You don't just want to capture the mental models, you also want to capture their biases. Saan ba bias yung yung population na inaaral mo? Kunyari, if you want to create a technology for young adults nowadays, Gen Zs, tama? Ano ba yung mga biases nila? Tama? You can capture that from the LLMs. And basically, that's what you also want to capture in your surveys and your interview. So, useful siya in that sense. Tama? Pero there's always a caveat to it. Alright? Another difficult thing to do in user research and UX design is testing your designs to in a large setting, in a large setup, without spending too much. Okay, so this is one thing that siguro yung mga estudyante ko dito nakita na itong image na to. This is one thing that I realized when I was doing my PhD. I wanted to create a navigation application, okay, that does something. Okay, so yung navigation application na to, it tries to convince you na sumunod ng isang route over the other. Okay, route that you may be familiar with, and then it will convince you to take another route. Okay, it encourages you to be unselfish on the road. Like, magbigay ka. Huwag kang gumamit ng EDSA ngayon kasi matatraffic pag gumamit ka ng EDSA. How about you use another road? Pero gusto mo yung EDSA. Tama? How do I convince you otherwise? Okay? So yun yung research ko. But I know na before I can even prove to my dissertation committee that my solution works well, okay, I have to test it in the real world. Tama? But obviously I can't because I have to build it. Okay? And there's a lot involved. Now, which is why part of what I want to do is try to explore how to use agents to evaluate early designs. Is that even possible? Diba? Can we create models of people in the real world and then use it in a large-scale experiment that is digital or a simulation? in order to test early versions of our prototype. Tama? Para kunyari, hindi mo na kailangan mag-A/B test. Pag gusto mo mag-deploy ng bagong feature sa social networking site mo, di ba, kung magastos yun. Or it will create unintended consequences. Okay? At least in a simulation, di ba, there's no harm. Diba? You're not harming anybody. Okay? Um, so that's what we did. And actually, may nag-try na. Although hindi naman sila nag-evaluate, okay? Hindi sila nag-evaluate ng prototype, but they did run an agent simulation using large language models. Okay, so I think for this one, I need to play the video. Although hindi ko alam kung maririnig ng maayos yung sounds. Let me just max out my volume. Hindi siya wala. But anyway, the gist of this research is, let me pause it there. The gist of this research is people from Stanford, okay, so they're the best people in natural language processing and cloud LLMs, okay. They try to create this simulation, para siyang Pokemon or any game, okay. And then they created 25 software agents. Now those 25 software agents are using large language models, okay. They interact with each other, they have dialogues with each other. Wala nagko-control ng mga agents na yun. Sila lang. No? Basically, it captures us, and then they just run the LLMs in this simulation. Okay? So what they wanted to do, okay, so to simulate believable human behavior to demonstrate, okay, how they would behave in this town. Okay? Ayan, so ginagawa nila lahat ng ginagawa natin on a day-to-day basis. They were able to prove that it is possible in this study. Okay, and I think from this one, diba, so nagre-reflect pa nga yung mga agents eh. I don't think tayo nga hindi tayo nagre-reflect because sila, diba? Sana all the time, okay, to reflect. But anyway, going back to the presentation, the whole point why I wanted to share with you that research is because is it possible for us to test our designs in a large scale setup? Okay? Walang harm. Okay? Gagamitin lang natin yung mga LLMs na to get whatever feedback we want about our new designs. Okay? Of course, may mga caveat din doon kasi kung totally bago yung design or yung technology na binubuo mo, syempre wala kang mental model yung mga LLMs about it. So we are not 100% sure whether these LLMs would give the feedback that we need in order to deploy or productize our prototypes. Okay? Before I proceed, may question ba so far? Lecture ako lang. Question, violent reaction, something you do not agree with? Okay lang, it's a free country. At least that's what they make us think. Yeah.
Maybe this one's too short. My question is, if you create an agent, does it constantly learn from the internet the behavior of that person simulating?
Right. Okay. Does it continue to learn? No? If once you run these agents, does it continue to learn? So that was, I think right now it doesn't. Okay. Right now it doesn't. Okay. Pero I think yung mga the more modern GPTs like Bard or yung mga ginagamit talaga for search engine. Okay. They don't just rely on what they were trained with. They also search the internet. So, tinutunan rin sila to search the internet Kasi nga, di ba, the first problem that we had with LLMs was they were hallucinating. Have you heard of that term? Yeah? That was one problem with large language models. They were hallucinating. Nag-iimbento sila. Okay? Nag-iimbento sila ng tao, pero kahit na totoo yung tao, nag-iimbento sila ng credentials, nag-iimbento sila ng references, ng news articles. But ordinary people will fall for that, right? Because not everyone has the time to check, right? I think we are already aware of that. Okay? So yeah, some of the more modern GPTs do that already, but in terms of learning more about parang paulit-ulit yung nag-learn, siguro with new text that's coming in, yung mga bagong na-generate na content, maybe. Okay, maybe bagong blogs, bagong articles, usually ganun naman eh. Okay? Na-retrain lang sila. Okay? Pero kung kunyari dito sa context na to, they're interacting with each other. Do they learn from each other? I don't think so. Okay, because they're just LLM. So they just reply based on an input. Ano lang siya. May iba pa bang question or violent reaction, comment? Sige. So again, so I will end this set of slides with a question, no? So, yeah. So I will pose again the question, no? So if we, okay, as a local industry decide that, okay, it's acceptable to use it. You can use it to generate survey answers. You can use it to test to run large scale experiments, diba? And maybe we'll come up with more use cases, diba? So the question now is, are we still being human centered? Diba? We might be operational at the things we do right now. Kasi I think that's the whole point, naman. We want to get rid of menial stuff. No? As na, paulit-ulit mong ginagawa, di ba? Na nauubos yung oras mo. Bakit hindi na lang tayo mag-focus dun sa mga high-level skills like strategy or really coming up with new designs? Hindi yung gagawa tayo ng design systems, although nothing against design systems. Okay? So yung mga ganun, no? So we want to operationalize things, automate things. That's where LLMs, these generative AI tools come in. Okay, but at the end of the day, are we still being human-centered? Okay, in our activities. So yeah. So if we totally get rid of real people, diba, are we still making technologies for them? So that's the question. So you don't have to answer it now because I don't think a lot of us are using these tools for many of our workflows. So, ayun. But once we come to that point, sana balikan natin yung question na to. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So now, what are some opportunities? So, like my earlier statement, maybe some of you, siguro yung mga students, will be graduating in a year or two, or maybe in the next few months. They want to have a career in UX research, UX design. Okay, will there still be jobs for them, or will these tools take over? It's not impossible. Sabi nga nila, we should not be scared of losing our jobs because we should not be scared of AI tools, okay, to take our jobs. We should be scared of the people deciding, okay, to use these tools, okay, mawawala na yung mga jobs natin. So hindi tayo matakot sa mga AI tools, matakot tayo sa mga taong gumagawa ng desisyon na gamitin ito. Okay? So I don't know who they are. Okay? I hope wala masyadong ganun dito. Ewan ko. But there's nothing bad about it. We just have to reinvent ourselves, I guess. That's the normal reaction. That's the usual thing naman in history. Painting was overtaken by photography. And painters were mad in photography kasi ano ba gagawin namin? Diba? They were making landscapes. Photography, isang click mo tapos na. But then eventually, they still found their value, self-expression, other things, right? Not just recreating what we see, right? Which is what photography already does. Okay, so eventually we'll find ourselves again. Okay, with the rise of these technologies. So what are some opportunities? So what I have here is human-centered AI. Nowadays, you might have seen job roles popping up, product manager, AI. Okay? Marami na mga ganun roles. In Silicon Valley, marami na ganun. Okay? But now, we can also focus our energy dahil nga hindi natin may iwasan. We cannot avoid AI. Okay? It will become part of our day-to-day. It will become part of the solutions that we will build. If you're not using AI, you'll be losing a lot. Okay. So human-centered AI, okay, is our way of reinventing ourselves. How can we then create artificial intelligence technologies that are more human-centered? Because for the past few years, it's been left with computer scientists, with us. Okay, I'm this major. Okay, so it's been left with us because we know how to build these AI tools. We know how to build the models. It's quite obvious. Okay, but if they are going to be in everyone's device, okay, in your phones, in your headphones, in your earbuds, in your microwave ovens, in your refrigerators, tama? How can we make them human-centered? Okay. So there are some arguments against, there are some arguments being made to not only create technologies that will replace some roles, some roles, di ba? So what yung iba in my college, in the university, our role is our stance is to create technologies for human augmentation. Where parang as a college, we do not want to create technologies that will replace jobs, like call center agents, totally replace them. Okay? We don't want to replace them, we want to augment how they're doing things today, di ba? Make them more efficient, make them more productive, make them better CS representatives, basically. Okay? So, how do we enrich their roles? Okay, using artificial intelligence. Now, in the next few slides, I will just show some examples of researches being done, okay, by my contemporaries in other countries. We don't have much, a lot, here in the Philippines yet, because there's not many of us doing this kind of research. But one is on human AI collaboration and cooperation. What we want to achieve, what we want to promote is human AI collaboration. We don't want just the AI doing the work. We want human AI co-creation and collaboration. One of the projects that will be published in around March, April, is one by researchers from KAIST. So this is a university in Korea. It's the top science university. So Joo Kim is one of the is the head of that laboratory. So here, the title of their paper is Supporting Reference Recombination for Graphic Design Ideation with Generative AI. So masyado siyang technical. Ang gusto lang niyan sabihin dito, can we build a tool, okay? Can we build a tool that will help you create many more inspirations of, okay, whatever design you want, okay, using AI. So kaya ba ng AI na mag-generate ng marami pang versions at inspirations para doon ka naman mag-build on top of next? So how can we make that possible? So ang ginagawa lang ng tool na to is basically they you have a reference image. Okay, so you have an image that you want to, that's your inspiration. Kunwari may nakita kang design online, okay, from Dribble, okay, Pinterest, may nakita kang design online. You want to get inspiration from that, but you don't know how to go from there. Which is fine, no? You're starting off. So, ang ginagawa nila is they extract keywords from this image. Okay? So, yun yung unang ginagawa. They extract keywords from this image, like what is in the image, what is the what are they doing, what is their post. So ano yung mga objects na nasa image na yon? At ano yung, let me zoom in a little. Parang hindi ko nababago. Okay, sige. So, reference image, what are the subject matter in the image? So, may tree, may mga elves, Santa, and what are they doing? There's an action, there's a pose, what's the theme, what's the mood, etc. So, there are many information being extracted from that. So, those are the keywords. Okay, and then they use those keywords to actually come up with, okay, so yeah, magagawa siya ng mood board, okay, with keywords and keyword recommendation. Okay. And then they will use the keywords that you choose, Santa, turtle, festive, arrangement. Okay, if you will choose those keywords, it will generate you some sketches. You might be asking, bakit sketches? Ang ganda ng image. Bakit sketches? Well, what they found out from their formative study. So usually HCI researchers start out with a formative study. We always interview our target users. So what they found out from these artists is when they look for inspiration, they don't really look at, they don't really, they're not really after very polished work. So okay lang sa kanila na incomplete at imperfect yung rating para sa kanila. And then they'll so, dito pumapasok yung co-creation and collaboration. Kasi you're not creating the final product for them. Like what we learned, stable diffusion, have you heard of those tools? Yeah? Those tools are already giving you final products that you can just publish. Pero here, they intentionally give you incomplete, unfinished work. Because they want you to own whatever final product you will have. So isipin nyo, parang may website na inspiration, bibigyan ka ng wireframe. So, ikaw na bahala dyan sa anong kulay, ng layout, final layout. Pero wireframe. Diba? Hindi na lang that. So yun yun. So again, the emphasis is on co-creation. So they were very intentional not to do that. Okay? Although the sketches are the final. Okay? So yeah. So that image is just yung mas malalim pa na explanation. But if you're interested, you can find the paper, you can read it online, it's available. Okay? So if you want to get inspired, lalo na yung mga estudyante dito mag-thesis, alay mo, di ba? And we're happy to have more of this kind of research being done here. Para may instant impact sa atin, pwedeng tayo ni texters. No? Anyway, sige. This is another work from the same lab. Si Jubok yung, marami siyang mga ganitong klaseng research. So very, very productive siya sa ganitong klaseng research. And he's one of the key figures already working on using LLMs for co-creation, collaboration with human AI. Okay? This one is GenQuery supporting expressive visual search with generative models. Ito naman, you're looking for different images. Okay? So visual search, expressive visual search, okay, with generative models. So they came up with 3 features. The first feature is the first feature is this one. So you just input some keywords and then it will generate you some images. Okay? So if you're looking for inspiration, so you assume na ito is the first tool before yung kanina. Kasi yung kanina nag-generate ng mga sketches, ito nag-search lang ng inspiration ng image. Okay? So keywords, parang hindi naman bago to, diba? Kasi si Google image search ginagawa na to eh. Okay? Ito yung mga medyo bago sa kanya. So, yung second feature, you have a reference image here, and then you can draw a part of that image where that you want to change. Actually dito, sa image na to, nag-draw siya ng line or ng polygon dito sa parang yun yung content sa gitna. Nag-draw siya ng red lines. And then meron siyang isa pang reference image, okay, that will replace what is inside here. So parang Kaya siya tinawag na expressive na ano, na supporting expressive visual search is because sometimes when you do visual search, you cannot just rely on simple keywords. Sometimes you just want certain parts to be changed. Kaya gusto ko na yung ibang parts ito, pero ito lang talaga yung parang hindi siya okay. Kaya mo bang turuan, kaya mo sabihin dun sa tool na, ito lang yung palitan mo. Give me something else with this part different. No? So parang ganyan yung gawa. Okay? And then ganoon din dito sa isa. Keyword-based naman siya. So you still draw a polygon around the area what that you want to change. And then you give it a set of keywords and then you generate you a new image. So again, this tool is just imagining how this flow would work, using LLMs. Of course, this might not be the final product, there might be more iterations after some testing, but at least we can see the potential and how it can be used. No? Any questions so far? Okay pa kayo? Alright, sige. Sabihin nyo na kung nagiging lecture na ha. Sige. Alright. Aside from human AI collaboration and cooperation, another opportunity for us, UX researchers and designers, is in explainable AI. Okay? Because a lot of the tools that we have right now are not very explainable. Pag sinabi natin explainable, yung output, hindi mo maintindihan, nasa okay? Bakit ganito yung output niya? Diba, kunwari, nag-apply ka ng credit card, nire-check ka. Di ba laging bakit? Pero pag tumawag ka sa CS nila, customer service, bibigyan sila. Di ba? Explain. Okay? And there are many more tools coming out like that. No? Siguro pag nag-apply ka ng loan, power na yan ng AI, hindi na i-explain sa'yo bakit. Siguro pag nag-apply yung anak mo sa school, power na rin na yan ng AI, tapos hindi ma-explain sa'yo bakit. Hindi siya nakapasa. Di ba? Marami ng mga ganung research in other countries. They're creating models for predicting academic performance. So ano yung performance mo ng high school, kaya niyo i-predict kung tatagal ka sa program. Pag hindi ka tatagal, hindi na namin tatanggap. Isipin mo, saan tayo pupunin lahat? Di ba? No? Parang bawal magkamali. No? Anyway, so yun yung ibig sabihin ng responsible and compatible AI. We don't want just to let these technologies build technologies in AI tools. We want to be part of that conversation. As UX researchers and designers, we know people well. We know how to talk to these people. Okay, not saying that these technologies don't know how to talk to people, but they're more focused on the technical stuff. Tama? They want the next big thing. They want the next accurate thing. Ang habol nila is accuracy, precision, di ba? Laging ganun. But they don't care too much about my biases ba dyan. Okay? Whether it will have impact on yung society or community that it will be deployed to. Okay? So it's not top of their mind. So we have to be part of that conversation. You have to be part of that conversation. Diba? So hopefully yung mga diba sa inyo when you go up the echelon, okay, at naging part na kayo ng senior management, okay, sa mga company nyo, we hope you become that voice. What's the doubt? Okay, but anyway, I will just talk in my teaching voice. I think teachers already have a teaching voice kasi hindi namin narinig sa classroom. So, rinig naman ako. Right, great. So yeah, another opportunity for us is natural language interaction or conversational user interfaces. So we're now moving slowly away from apps. I don't know if you noticed that. No? Usually mga apps, may mga screen, may mga text input, may mga buttons, etc. But now, we see more and more interfaces that are conversational. Mainly because of your LLMs. Okay? But maybe there will be more, not necessarily LLMs, okay? That will allow us to have more natural language interaction with the technology and the tools that we use. Okay? So yung mga gumagawa ng chatbot dati, na nagsistruggle, tama, now's the time to shine. Okay? Kasi mas madali yung gawa ng chatbot ngayon. Technically. Okay? We just use these LLMs to create more naturalistic dialogues and conversations with your users. Okay? And actually, I don't know if you are aware of this two. Aware ka rin dito sa dalawang to? The one on the left, you know, sino nakalam nung nasa left? Yeah? So, yung nasa left, that's the humane. Diba? Yung pin. Tama? Narinig yung ba yun? Yung nandito lang. Tama? Tapos may projection dito. Actually, kahit ano yung surface eh. Pero usually sa kamay. Yung interface niya, yung display niya, projection lang. Tapos natural language. Tapos natural language yung input. Diba? Natural. Nandito lang siya. Computer mo, nasa pin. Okay? So that's one. Pero ito medyo nasa struggle. Okay. Ito naman, nakita niyo na to? The one on the right, it's called the Rabbit R1. Okay? It's very similar to the Humane, pero I think ito, ano siya, may camera siya, may camera din naman. Almost similar, pero I think mas maganda yung pitch nitong R1. Okay, so what am I going to here? Where am I going to? So I want to emphasize that we're moving away from visual apps and we're now going back to creating dedicated interfaces. Parang itong si Humane tsaka si Rabbit R1. So, parang masyadong na-disrupt, okay? Yung usual way ng pag-create ng software solutions, digital solutions na usually expect mo, hindi mag-create ka ng mobile app, mag-create ka ng web app. Ngayon, hindi na lang yun yung option. Diba? So, maliban sa VR na sumasabay din, diba? VR, AR, si Apple, naglabas na Vision Pro na mahal. Okay. So yun, ito yung mga contemporaries niya. So yung take naman sila. They don't care too much about yung visual interface. They only care about you doing your usual stuff with this dedicated device. No? So you want to figure out what this object is or what this fruit is. Patan mo lang siya no pwede sa'yo ano yung food na yun. Diba? Anong pwedeng recipes na gawin mo gamit ng pagkain na yun. Okay? So kaya may question, does everything have to be an app these days? I mean, that has been the question naman before. Diba? Pag nag-pitch yung mga tao, ba't kailangan app? Diba? So yun. So what's next? Okay? Maliban din sa mga areas that we can move into, okay? That I think we are important. Yes.
Question by
Yes.
These are interface designers.
Mm.
They're mostly here.
Oh, actually, ngayon, very heavy siya, heavy yung emphasis on the AI. Okay? And wala ka naman siya i-design na interface per se, like yung layout and kaya nga, parang ito nga, isipin mo, pwede mo na lang sundan yung Pokédex sa interface, gano'n na lang siya. Okay? Ang mas focus ngayon is yung device mismo and how fast the connection to the API will be. So, that's where the experience will rely on. Gaano kabilis siya makaka-connect sa API. Gaano siya kabilis makakabigay ng response after mga, pag inabat mo yung camera dun sa object, gaano kabilis siya magpa-process at magbibigay ng response. Usually si Rabbit R1, may mga videos online na parang pinapakita na mabagal siya, parang 20 seconds before it gives you a response. Kasi nga, nagko-connect siya sa API. Okay. Mabagal data mo, wala na. Diba? Okay. So, I guess doon magbabago yung thinking if you're going to go into this space. But we can safely assume that a lot of the software that we're building nowadays, kunyari mga enterprise software, it's like ganun pa rin yun. Yung ano lang, mga special na use cases lang siguro na mas applicable yung AI, doon lang papatok to. Pero yung ibang mga usual na software, ganun pa rin yun more or less. You're just going to bake in some AI solutions there for automation or suggesting some input or output. Yeah. So what's next for us? I think what's more important now, since we want, okay, to have a stronger human AI collaboration and cooperation to happen in all of these things. Now, we don't want just the AI to produce things for us. Tama? And maybe that's not the solution you want, okay, for your target users. Yung next question that we should think about to improve the tools that we have right now is how can we negotiate a common objective with an AI? Tama? How can we negotiate a common objective with an AI? Paano mo sasabihin sa AI na ito yung gusto ko na maging output mo? Eh, hindi naman tayo yung nag-develop ng model, di ba? How do we how do we bake that into the models as normal users? Di ba? Pag nakabit ka ng technology ng tool, di ba? How do you personalize, basically? How do you personalize your AI technology so that okay, you and the AI can have a common objective? Okay? Kasi we cannot really expect the models to fit everyone, diba, on the first day. By technology. Okay? So how do we do that? What can we provide as a solution para mangyari yun? Diba? Right now, the technologies are, the way that they're doing it is they're giving it more training data sets para mas matutunan niya or mawala yung mga bias na naka-embed dun sa model. Okay? Pero wala naman tayong training data set lagi as normal users. Wala tayong training data set. Wala tayong access to this model for us to train. Diba? So how? So maybe that's something we can think of. Okay? Then the second one is how can we become creative partners? So going back to the question of cooperation, how can we become creative partners? Nakita natin yung unang example kanina, deliberately, it did not give a polished output. Kasi the AI, or at least the system, was designed to give ownership to the person. Okay? So how can we become better creative partners with AI? Okay? So pwedeng may ideas ka, bibigay mo dun sa AI, pwedeng may ideas ka, bibigay mo sa'yo. Diba? Given that possible. Okay? So I guess I will end my sharing here. Okay? Yeah, and we can open the floor for questions. Okay na.
Alright.
Hindi, kasi yung next slides ko, magpa-plug na lang ako. So I guess we can have this discussion first. Sige, hindi lang ako magpa-plug ng magka-conflict sa Enderun. Okay. So, if you're still senior high school, I don't know kung may senior high school sa inyo or undergrad. So we do a lot of human computer interaction research in the Center for Complexity and Emerging Technologies or COMET. So that's how we call ourselves. Okay, para maganda yung comment. So yeah, so if you're interested in human computer interaction research, you're still in senior high school, or you know students who are still in senior high school, we are happy, okay, to welcome you in the LSU if you pass the exam. And join our lab. So and we're looking for a lot of students to work with us. We have a lot of projects. I guess in parallel with UXPH, so UXPH is the top, well, it's the only. Okay, well, marami din sa ibang regions, no? But it's one of the main communities for UX practitioners. For us naman as academicians, those in the university teaching HCI to students, we also have the Manila ACM Sinkai chapter. So ACM, if you're a CS person, that's the global organization for computer scientists. Ka-level niya si IEEE ng engineers. Okay, so ACM, and then yung Sinkai naman is the specific group focused on human-computer interaction. So we created a professional chapter here So if you are a teacher and you would like to improve how you teach computer interaction in your classes, what we found out is iba-iba yung tinuturo sa iba't ibang school. Dahil ang requirement siya na ituro yung human computer interaction. Yung iba nagtuturo ng graphic design lang sa HCI. Yung iba nagtuturo ng, yung iba balsamic pa yung gamit. But yeah, it differs. Nothing against balsamic. Yeah, so this is us. It hasn't changed for 4 years, so we need an election. Yeah, we really need an election. And before we have an election, we need people. Okay, so again, if you are interested, actually part of our goal is sharing the research. Like what I did earlier, I was throwing you research that's being done in our field, hopefully to inspire you in what you do in your practice. Kasi that's one big gap that we have right now. Yung mga practitioners are very knowledgeable on the tools and how to work with the different verticals and industries. But we're also doing some foundational research in HCI. So I hope we can share some of that to you, and then you can learn from it and then apply it in your own work. So this is us. So I'm currently the chair. Ralph is the membership chair. DJ is the treasurer. Jen is the vice chair. And then Jordan is the secretary. And yeah, so basically we organize study groups. So may conference kasi yung every year. It's an international conference. So what we do is, since hindi lahat na, wala masyadong Pilipino na pupunta doon. Usually, so madami naman tayo. Okay, so dahil nga konti lang kami na rin minsan yung nagdadala ng mga research dito. So, organize kami ng mga study group, katulad niyan. So, babasahin lang namin yung mga papers na pinapush ko sa conference and then share namin sa mga tao. And ito, yan. Favorite kong example si Jiran. I don't know if you know Jiran. So, Jiran is a PhD graduate from CMU, Carnegie Mellon University. It's now in Apple. So, marami sa mga technology niya sa Apple Watch ngayon, siya nag-develop. Like yung hand washing detection. COVID, nag-hand wash feature siya. Tapos magbilang the timer ng 20 seconds. Marami sa mga PhD na project niya nasa Apple Watches naman. So, pati yung gano'n, yung di ba sa Apple Watch, kaya niya ma-detect yung nag-gawin nila. PhD rin yun. So, alright. So yun. Sa kanya lang siya favorite na example kasi kahit hindi naman ako part ng PhD, nagpa-happy. Yeah, so then we do a lot, and then we also push our undergraduates to participate in the conference as well, hoping that we'll have more in the country. Yeah, I think bear fruit naman. Kasi may iba na nag-masters na ng HCI in other countries like HR, then there's also CGM. So we hope to see more, no? Yung mga nandito. Ayun. So we hope to see more people from the Philippines take master in HCI or advanced studies in HCI in other countries. Kasi wala pa masyado dito. Aside from what Enderan already provides as a learning or advanced studies. Anyway, yeah, since nga academic kami, we also invite people from other countries to share what they're doing and also on HCI education because we're very passionate in improving how HCI is being taught in the country. How do we teach computer science graduates, engineering graduates to care about the people that they're building technology? Okay, and not just teach them how to do in visual design. Although that's going to be part of it, okay, but not just that. Ayun. So, yan, yung last panel namin. So we have someone from Lasal, he's my colleague, si Justin. We also have someone from Ateneo, si Jen. We also have Bev, si Bev nandito from PL Moon. And then we also have DJ from Pipilos Plano. So, we hope to have more teachers. So, yan naman, I will end here and let's open the floor for questions.
All right, it's actually 7. But we have time for one or two questions. If you have any burning questions in your mind, anybody? Okay. Yan, sige, meron isa, meron brave soul, brave Asian Filipino soul who asks a question. Hello. Regarding lang this question mo sa amin kanina, are we still human-centered, right? On your point of view as a researcher, as a field, are we still a human-centered?
Based on the methods that you're using, right, I think we're still human-centered. I mean, still we're not going far from that. Especially here. Siguro it's an advantage that we lag in terms of how we pick up what's happening in the global stage. Maybe that's an advantage for us. That even if we have a mistake, it messes up things, di ba? And we can get that. And then, pag hindi nag-work, it's still na. Di ba? I mean, works for an advantage in some ways. But yeah, we're still human-centered, thankfully. But in other countries, usually ang nag-push lang naman talaga dyan, yung mga nag-build. So they're really selling very hard. And that's fine, kasi may benefit naman talaga in the audience. It's still up to us to what extent we should use these tools. So pwede pa rin naman tayo, we can still be human-centered while using these tools. Right? Maybe we can still use the LLMs to get certain answers, but still be human-centered. We just need to find that delicate balance, which we do not have an answer yet. So, yeah, it's possible. We just don't know. It's me being optimistic. Pero mahirap din kasi maging super pessimistic about technology that you just end up ignoring everything. Wala chance. So yeah, quick plans.
Thank you, thank you. One more? Anybody, any other brave Filipino soul? You might foreign work. Maybe dollars for the first person to ask a question. But yeah, I wish you want to say something before we go, or are you good? Yeah. So I'd like to thank you, Brian, for today's session. Thank you for our venue. Thank you for also the food sponsors at the Listen Notifiers. And then, yeah, please scan the QR code and then fill up the survey questions. As soon as you fill up the survey question, you go outside to the table and get your sticker. You get a nice UXPH ninja sticker and a couple of other stickers there. It's so nice. So I recommend you get it and answer it. And then, yeah, we are UX Philippines. We are the largest non-profit design group in the Philippines. We are extending always. We are always reaching out to volunteers. We are reaching out to various communities as well. I'm hoping I can go to Cebu next month. Then maybe next month I will also extend the UX meet there. In March, we have the sinabi ni the Felix that he will come. And then hopefully in April, early plug ko na, Marius, there's Marius. Marius is Marius hopefully and in April can shows AR 7 things augmented reality. He has a couple of good stuff. He has been able to play around with, and maybe with him and some other speakers, we can get some more clear example of what AR augmented reality can do. Maybe in that time, someone with a Apple Vision Pro in the Philippines that we can invite as a guest as well. Yeah. So please fill up the survey form. Group picture. Chi is one of our organizers. Let's do a picture from there. So let's have a picture. Tayo na rin mga sa likod if you want. Thank you, makita. Join here. Thank you for our volunteers. By the way, they're also volunteers. Yung mga sa likod, Yes, yes.
Bago technology.
Oh, yes, yes. You know, yeah.
Wait lang.
Kasha, kasha.
Hindi ko alam.
Sige, sige. Ang cute, ang cute. Nakikita mo yan. Alright, isa pa.
Isa pa, wait.
Yeah, so high-tech yung 0.5 daw. 0.5. Expert si Chi sa 0.5. Hindi ko alam yung 0.5.
Sige basta 5 years old. One, two,
I hope nakita pa ka dyan. Alright.
wait.
Check, 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 check. For safety. Yan.
One. Say,
UXPH! Alright, so thank you again. If you'd like to become a venue sponsor, you know anyone who would like to become a venue sponsor, message me. And yeah, if you also like the venue sponsor our food, also message me. Always, you can get the venue. Our volunteer, yes, feel free to message us for volunteers. Thank you, thank you. You're good. Then get your sticker at the table as soon as you finish the QR. Thank you.
We have vintage stickers from 2018 to 2019.